Mm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Once again, we back. Big Willie Styles, Wise Man Cast, DC, Dynasty Sports Network. We in the building. Fellas, did you guys enjoy your turkey day, my brother? Wise Man, what's good with you?
Hey, man, we had a ball on Turkey Day. All is well. The family came. We had a great time. Well, we ain't going to talk about no games that happened that day, but Turkey Day was all right. How was you guys' Turkey Day, man?
Hey, listen, we gonna get into it just a little bit, but man, of course, yeah, man, mine was a good time, man. I floated around a little bit, but all in all, it was pretty good. Actually, you know what? I had to go to the side now, man. My mother, she had to go into the hospital, so I had to go see her in the hospital this weekend. But she's out now, so that's a blessing. But other than that, listen, everything else was good. BC, what about you, man?
Man, Turkey Day was good. Besides the goddamn Lions lose, but but yeah, other than that, man, everything else, man, was good, man. So you live to see another Thanksgiving.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So I'm gonna tell you guys what I'm thankful for. And if you haven't already noticed, if you see in my background, back to back champions once again.
Go blue, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Boy, I'm so excited. Listen. I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. After that victory, man, I had to let off a little bit, man, and I've been holding it in for a couple of weeks. I haven't said nothing. But it's now my time to go off. So if y'all, can I go off for a minute?
Go crazy.
Yeah, man. Take your time you need, brother.
So I gotta start off with this. So I want to say, what now? What's the excuse is going to be now?
Excessive whooping Ohio State ass. Hardball 3 games. Okay, so we gonna get into. I want to get into a little bit because, of course, it's been for the past month and a half. We've been having this situation with the signal gate, sign gate, whatever you want to call it. Where of course, NCAA is investigating, and in the Big Ten they brought down a hammer and suspended Harbaugh for 3 games. Of course, the rivals, man, they eating it all up. They calling us cheaters. Say Harbaugh this, Harbaugh that. Guys were speculating whether or not, if Harbaugh should even be fired. And throughout this whole time, we reported it, but I wanted to stay quiet on it because I had to wait till after this game was over. Because throughout this whole process, you could see, who this situation was going to benefit the most. And then that's why I wanted to get into, because a lot of people were saying, Michigan deserved what happened to them because they got caught cheating, right? That's what they're saying. Yeah. I'm saying, listen, I'm built from a different cloth, Wise Man. I say they didn't get caught. They got snitched on. Yeah, 100. We come from that same cloth, homeboy. They definitely somebody definitely running their mouth.
Somebody pulled a Rico.
Yeah.
So story time. This is story time with Big Willie. This is Big Willie story time. So
come on, talk to us, Willie.
Back in 1998, there was a movie that came out that we all love called Belly. Starring Nas and DMX. Of course, these two brothers they was partners, man, and they got a hold into this new type of drug that was hitting the streets. And they got a hold to it, went over there to Jamaica to get the plug connect and everything. It came back. They was in their city. They moved over to another city over there in Nebraska, right? So they got over there in Nebraska. They started moving and looking good. Some local guys seen what they was doing, didn't like it. Said, what? I'm going to have to drop a dime on them, right?
Hey, man, listen. How can you trust a man with long hair eating a banana? Pause.
And he went ahead and made that call. He made that call
that got them guys spot blew up. And I say that reference, that's why I said this is a Rico thing, because people didn't, I'm watching ESPN and them over there, man. I'm I watch that all the time, but Stephen A and Shannon Sharp, when America, they don't like cheaters, How you gonna say America don't like cheaters when America was built on cheating and doing all types of crimes? And anyway, and I know Uncle Shay, Mr. Yak himself, I'm listening to these dudes talking. I'm like, why none of them bring that part of it up?
Yeah.
But I know they got a certain agenda they got to push, because ESPN, of course, is no longer associated with the Big Ten. So they got kind of a little bit of extra grind. So if any hardship goes towards the Big Ten, that just brings the Big Ten down. And ESPN, they don't have no associated with it. So I see the game they was playing over there, but none of them brought that point up.
Don't forget Paul Finebaum too.
Punk ass Paul Finebaum, where he just can't keep, excuse my language, he can't keep Harbaugh's dick out of his mouth.
Man,
every chance he get, he got something spiteful to hateful to say about Harbaugh. He just need to go ahead and keep riding Alabama's coattail, because that's all he want to do. They call him mouth of the South, but literally he's a mouth of the South. So we ain't gonna get, but Paul Finebaum, what now? What now? Stephen A. Smith, what now? And that's why I say what now, because y'all had all these excuses about, the suspension. Michigan didn't play nobody. Michigan, had to cheat through the whole thing. And this game was a proven factor in that, whether or not that was going to be a factor or not. And people has been saying that everybody who's been in coaching knows what the significance is of the sign stealing. And it's part of the scouting for the most part. And people try to turn molehill to a mountain, because they try to make this situation bigger than what it is. Back in 2021, the NCAA had a vote to go ahead and move away from that, because they said they had a minimum competitive advantage. So how is something that has a minimum competitive advantage become so detrimental that this team that we got right here, you mean to tell me that we couldn't win without using that much activity? And that's what a lot of these coaches and media was trying to display, and I wasn't buying that shit, especially in the Big Ten. Now, this is going on for the past 3 years. It's only a handful of teams that can really honestly say that may have a factor against Michigan, because for the past decades and centuries, we've been whooping asses for everybody in the Big Ten. It's only a handful of teams that can say either we've been going back and forth or they're beating us.
Right.
And it's really one team in particular that I'm talking about, because, and that's why I go back to the Rico thing, because the guy Rico, he was a dude on the block over there in Nebraska, but when he see them Noob guys coming in getting that money, he didn't like it.
Yep.
So that's what, and people would try to come to the defense of Ryan Day and Ohio State, say they didn't have nothing to do with it. But you put two and two together, say who had the most to benefit
absolutely
from this. Besides, so I said you can say Penn State, but Penn State, we've been whooping them back and forth for years. So has Ohio State. So it's eliminate. But who's the one that has the most to lose when they lose to Michigan?
Ohio State, because it knocks them out of the playoff.
Knocks them. No, one, they make the playoffs, but they're not Big Ten champs. It knocks them down to where they can't be either. They have to on the wing of the prayer to make the playoffs.
Yep.
And they've been on top for so long. now, mind you, listen. I understand, because for the past, before this three-peat, the past 7-8 years of having to deal with Ohio State whooping us was something detrimental to my soul, man. It hurts me as a Michigan fan to have to admit that, yes, they had our number. For the past 20 years, they have been dominant against us. That's a hard pill to swallow for a Michigan fan, to see this team that you hate keep on whipping you year after year. And it's like, it was looking like it was nothing we could do. To finally, we got the coaching, we got the players, we got the personnel in to come in and take care of business. But then this cloud that went over our head about this Signgate scandal, to say, listen, y'all wouldn't have beaten us if y'all didn't have to cheat. Well, here comes Saturday. And the results of Saturday looks like the last 3 years, we just was more physical. We took care of the ball. We didn't make the mistakes, and we came out with the victory. And old crying Ryan, he can go on somewhere else with that. He could be gone for all I care. Right now, we back-to-back champions, y'all.
Back-to-back champions.
And I had to go. You're right, and I had to go off on that because, like, I'm hearing these coaches. Some of these coaches talking about.
Tell them why you mad, son.
Talking about, well, they were spying, or especially, what pissed me off, especially these coaches that's cowering up to the Big Ten because they all, was on the same boat. Like, coach from Purdue, like, well, yeah, we found out they had somebody in the stands. Motherfucker, you weren't even at Purdue last season. You was in Illinois. Exactly. Matt Rule tried to throw a little slight, talking about, yeah, well, we could have won some games, but we had a couple of bad games, and we had somebody spying on us. Motherfucker, you wasn't even here last season to know about spying because you was getting kicked out the NFL.
And what the hell do you have to spy on?
And then you got people in the social media and where they're saying like, well, that spying could have cost people their jobs. Nick, listen, losing to Michigan doesn't cost anybody their job because you're expected to lose to Michigan. Okay, you lose your job is because you're losing to everybody else. I don't want to hear shit from any of these other teams that's been losing on the average 4 or 5 games. So you mean to tell me our spy games what got you out of there, but the other 4 teams that's been whipping y'all asses, what did they do? So miss me with that bullshit. I'm on one today. Miss me with that bullshit. So come Saturday, this past Saturday, what now? What excuse is it now? Can you say there was cheating involved? That game looked at it as honest of a great game as it could be. The problem with the game Saturday that came about that I was watching is that we was willing to take the risk more than the other side was. Right? They didn't want to take the risk, but we did. And we had an interim coach, y'all. We didn't have our coach, DC. We didn't have our coach. We lost our number 1 cornerback to injury during the game. We lost our all-world guard to injury in that game. So we was down heavily in that game. And we still was able to pull it out. So tell me, what's the excuse? Tell me what now? What everybody got to say now, DC? Let me know, man. What now, bro?
What the thing is, man, y'all came out, y'all shut all that noise that was out there. You beat a team that has not been great all year. I don't care what anybody say. Y'all came out, y'all was the more physical team, y'all was the better team the last 3 years. And I said this too, and I had a conversation with Big A not too long ago. I say this whole thing come out, yeah, I may talk my little crap, whatever, but I said this whole thing that was coming out, I told him, I guarantee that something that's dealing with Ohio, this has to be coming from Ohio State. Because they know that Ryan Day knows that if he was to lose to Michigan again, which he did, his job could be on jeopardy. Because the simple fact is, you lost to a team lost to your rival 3 times in a row, the biggest rival, for you to get the chance to get in the playoff. So this all it came down to, man. This Ohio State thing came up. They felt that pressure. They felt the pressure.
You know what it was, DC? It was fear. All this that's been going on, how the Ohio State, it's funny to me. Now, if you go into social media, it's funny to me that all these, Ohio State fans and podcast folks and the Twitter fingers, how they knew all the information. So let me ask you, how is it that these Ohio State fans know all what was going on with this investigation more than anybody else? You heard from nothing but these Ohio State folks. How was they to know all this information if Ohio State didn't have nothing to do with what was going on?
Yeah, that was all in, man.
And you're not going to be able to convince me otherwise, because like I said, they're the only team really that has the most to lose by this. With their coach losing, the pressure of losing to Michigan 3 years in a row, which hasn't been done since 95 through 97. Coaches lose their job off of that.
I was about to say, that's a losable offense, man, to lose your job. If you can't win a big game, you can beat everybody else because the Big Ten ain't that strong. But you lose to them consistently like that, hey, that's fire.
And two out of the 3 matchups, Michigan blown them out. This game yesterday was a very close game.
Listen,
but again, Michigan dominate them from the line of scrimmage. Even losing a couple of y'all key players, y'all still dominated from the line of scrimmage.
100.
Listen, that was a great game. That type of game is games that you being a Michigan and Ohio State fan, I don't care which side you on, it has you on the edge of your seat. Your heart is racing. I know mine was. I was going back and forth pacing. That's the type of game you want in these rivalries.
Hey, but I just find it extremely weird for somebody to be from Michigan, born and raised, to be an Ohio State fan. That's the most blasphemy shit that you could ever do in your life. Listen, man.
I know a few of them.
I do too. It's weird. I don't like it.
Listen, my little stepbrother, he's a Buckeye fan, which like, listen, I don't know where we never had no Buckeyes.
Ain't never been to Ohio. Don't know the capital of Ohio. Don't know nothing.
My nephew, he's a Buckeye fan, so and when he said that, I was damn near about to jerk and slap him. Like, you being disrespectful in front of me, talking about you an Ohio State Buckeye fan, and that just kills me in the pain. That you from Michigan. Now I can understand the Michigan State thing. If you from Michigan, yeah, you're gonna be screwed on that. But how are you a Buckeye? But you see, a lot of them fans is they're D writer.
Yeah.
Because Ohio State was they the ones that was winning. So that's all they knew. Okay, Ohio State winning, so I'm an Ohio State fan. ain't no way. Wise man, ain't no way you gonna catch me being a Ohio State fan.
Man, I wish I might. I hate everything Ohio. When I see an Ohio license plate, I get mad and blow my horn.
Right.
I hate it.
I mean, it was so many of them down there yesterday when I was at work, man. I was like, dog, it was ridiculous, man. It was all over downtown Ann Arbor yesterday. I'm like, bro, you ain't going around saying, yeah, we gonna be the champs, we're gonna be the Big Ten champs, we gonna be this. I told one of the fans yesterday, I say, look, man, y'all gonna lose. I said, for me, coming from a Sparty fan, y'all gonna lose. Oh, y'all Sparties, y'all irrelevant. But guess what though? I don't care about y'all. Because y'all in the team down south. I don't care about y'all.
But hold up, DC. I gotta be honest, man. And I know you ain't gonna like to hear this, but Michigan State fans been riding There's some like whole process, man.
There are some. I'm like, dude, how y'all gonna take sides with a team that's
not even in your state? Listen, and that's something that behooves.
It's crazy that they want you to lose that bad.
They want you to lose your bad.
Shame on you, Sparty.
And I see it. It's a lot of Spartan fans out there like that. I'm not. Listen, when the Michigan State plays Ohio State, ain't no damn way I'm rooting for Ohio State. I would never root for Ohio State.
I think that's the one game I actually root for Sparty, but I know they gonna lose, so I just be like, damn. But I root for them nonetheless.
Yeah, but I'm not rooting for y'all to lose to no goddamn Ohio State. If anything, it makes us look better when Michigan State do beat Ohio State. So why would I root against that?
But you get fans like that, man. That's like Cash. That's like Florida. That's like Florida and Georgia, bro. Florida State in Clemson, bro. Like, come on, you can't root for Clemson, man. If you a Florida State, you can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. But
that's like Alabama and Auburn, man. You can't. Alabama and LSU, man.
I feel like I'm about to get faced with that challenge again, to where I got to pick Michigan or Florida State, man. At that point,
It looks like it's coming along, man. And
it looks like that's what I might be facing.
I'm be definitely intrigued about what you're going to pick, because depending on what you pick, I don't know, I might have some choice words for you, my brother.
I can let you know what I'm gonna pick. You know me, that's just me, bro.
We're going to save it for that moment, just because it might be a good thing to come on the show. But anyway, because right now, of course, Michigan, Big Ten East champions, on the way next week to the Big Ten championship game against Iowa.
50.
A team that can't score.
50.
Listen, it's inevitable, man. That this. But because and to be honest with you, I don't think any Big Ten team has won 3 Big Ten championships in a row, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn. Okay.
We
gotta do our research on that. Yeah.
I can come almost contest it. We haven't had nobody won 3 Big Ten, not Big Ten East or West. I'm talking about Big Ten championships. I don't think we had 3 Big Ten championships in a row yet. So You know, we
Oh.
we still making history in regards to that, man. But I am feeling so good about today because of what happened yesterday. My day was blissful because we pulled out that victory yesterday, and just going on the social media and seeing all the crying, like from Ohio State fans. You know, folks was crying about the what they thought was a interception in the end zone, which they was crying about that. Listen, I watched it. Everybody else watched it. There was nothing to overturn. Listen, of course, it could not be an interception when the guy's leg was down across the end zone, and the ball didn't get placed until they hit the ground and he rolled out from over there. It was a touchdown.
Hey man, once the ball crossed the goal line, 6. One get your foot down, that's 6. Yeah.
Leg down, ball crossed, play is dead. Yep. Basically from that point. So when they hit the ground, and even then, if they both had the ball,
it automatically awards to the offense.
It goes to the offense. But he had the ball. He was trying to get it loose. So it wasn't like he didn't. It was caught at the same time. He was just knocking loose. So no, that's not an excuse y'all can use. Also, somebody was trying to say that the interception at the end of the game wasn't an interception. And they zoomed in on the picture. And everybody was telling, listen, bro, that's a black man's elbow. That's not a ball.
Man.
All the crying was going on, and I loved it, man, because for so many years we was on the other side of that, man. And it just came out to be a joyous occasion. While I'm rambling, man, I'm gonna go ahead and give a shout out, man. We got Assassin King here. What up, though, man? Brian D, what up, bro? Joshua Austin, man. Let's go. Go Blue, baby. Dirty Glove. What's happening with you? Maurice, my boy. Go Blue. Baldwin 810. What's happening with you? Listen, man. I had to get that off my chest, bro, because I was, for weeks, man, our team had been under attack. Of course, you know, I've been repping the Michigan versus everybody all week and every weekend, man. Shout out to my guys, Sean and Tommy, man, for re-upping on that, man, because that's right now, that's the slogan right now with this team, man. And you know, we college football playoff bound, man. And I can't wait for that, but I think this is another redemption because of what we've been there the last 2 years, Wise, man. And we haven't had a favorable outcome either years. This got to be the year where we got to make something happen.
I just really feel like, man, I don't have a whole lot of faith in our passing game, man. I just feel like it's, you know, I'm all for being run heavy and, you know, passing the ball when you need to and when you have to. Like, I'm all for it, man. I played football my entire life and I've always played in a physical style offense. So I get it, you know what I'm saying? Like, wanting to, you know, instill your will up front. And I'm okay with that. But, you know, I really feel like in order to beat the Georgia, because, again, Georgia rocking and rolling, man. Florida State, if they get in, you know, we down our starting quarterback. So, you know, that's iffy, you know what I'm saying? And then you have, you know, Washington that looked a little sus, but again, that's a rivalry game. We were just talking about that before we went live, bro. Mm-hmm. When you play your rival, they're gonna play you tougher than anybody. You know what I'm saying? So I feel confident in it, you know what I'm saying? I really feel like we got the pieces, you know, necessary to go far in a playoff or, you know, actually win the thing, man. But I really just feel like, the passing game make me nervous a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Well, for me, I wouldn't say as much as nervous is because we not facing, you know, the top defenses like we had to face in the Big Ten in Penn State and Ohio State. Of course, Iowa's another. You know, we got the 4 top defenses in the nation.
Yeah,
in our conference.
That's great.
And as good as Georgia is, they are susceptible to some things. If you was watching that Georgia Tech game yesterday as well, you see they're not as prowess as they was a couple years before. They got a little bit of holes in their game. To be honest with you, this year it's really wide open. There's nobody that's really like separated themselves.
But we talked about this ever since the beginning of the season. We like, man, it's just no surefire winner. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not really anybody's game right now. So, and please forgive me, Chad. I know I keep going in and out, man. I'm under the weather. I'm not feeling all that great, so I'm trying to get myself together in between. So please bear with me a little bit. But yeah, man, it's tough.
He out here hot you sneezing and
yeah.
You too big to be having sinuses. No, I'm messing with you.
Man.
So we look forward to what's going on. I'm glad to have our guy Jim Harbaugh that's gonna be back on the sideline. He did his suspension, he did his time. Free Harbaugh to Harbaugh free, but Harbaugh is free now. And he'll be back on the sideline. Speaking of sidelines,
let's let's right quick. I got
DC, go ahead, man. I'm gonna give you 2
No.
minutes.
Before we get to that,
2 minutes.
yeah, whatever.
I'm gonna just go off the camera to this whole segment over.
Whatever. Yeah, as far as the Big Ten champions, that haven't won. Unfortunately, Ohio State, they won 4 in a row from 2017 to 2020. I just looked that up.
The Big Ten championship, the game, the Big Ten game.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they won 4 in a row. Two of them with Urban Meyer, and the other 2 with Ryan Day.
Damn, that's tough. Okay.
Yep. So they just a little history on that one. Far as with the college football play, I'm gonna tell you another team right quick before I talk about Michigan State new hire.
Go ahead.
You better watch out for Alabama, because Alabama could get in if they beat it. Now they got to beat Georgia in the SEC championship game.
It's gonna be some chaos. It's gonna be some chaos. Did you see that yesterday?
Hey, listen, listen, that DB losing his scholarship, G. It's no way you give up the money on 4th and 30. It's 4th. Listen, you on the 34-yard line, G. 4th and goal. And you give it up. What you looking down for?
Listen, Alabama is the luckiest team that I know. Something like this happens for them every year, almost. Some last second heroics that keeps them going on, and we got to deal with some more Alabama talk going into the playoffs. So I'm hoping Georgia take care of business, because I just don't feel like dealing with Alabama no more.
I'm saying don't date. They sneaking up there, man. Alabama is sneaking there.
Man, listen, that kid, his locker needed to be cleaned up before he got there. His dorm room needed to be packed up and set on the front porch. Like that kid, I'm like, how the hell do you give that up, dog? It ain't nowhere for that kid. There's nowhere for you to go. Like, how do you give that up? Like, it didn't make sense to me. No. Like, that kid's scholarship got to get revoked. They need to put him down to Division III. What's under JUCO? Community college?
Something like that.
Community college.
It was real bad. I saw it was real bad.
I ain't never seen it, bro. Like, that's some video game type stuff right there, dog.
But it was like, you know what you're gonna get out of Alabama and Auburn, man. You know what you're gonna get out of that rivalry.
Yeah, it's the Iron Bowl. Like, I get it, but you don't get out of it, dog. Like 4th and the bus ride on the goal line.
Right. Like, that was real bad. That was so bad, you know.
And for him to be just in the corner by himself, 1-on-1, and not paying attention, like, what are you doing, dog?
Right. It's like you point shaving the shit, bro. Yeah. Like you just pretty much like, no, I'm gonna get Alabama this game.
That boy would be on the first day smoking the WC3.
Wayne County, Washtenaw County Community College.
He done. He cooked.
Oh, that was crazy, man. Because Alabama would not be in that mix, bro, if they would have lost that game.
No, and it's so crazy that they always just find their way back, man.
I mean, when you got Nick Saban, bro. Nick Saban, man. He a hell of a coach.
I feel like Nick Saban, man, he gonna be on his way out with Belichick, bro. Like, I don't think they can adapt. But, you know, he's figuring it out, no doubt. But, you know, I just feel like his time is limited, bro.
I agree with you on that, too. It's close, but I think if they take care of business, if Georgia take care of business this year, it could be getting to that point where he need to go ahead and hang it up.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. Well, anyway, listen, we got to get to some news in regards to old Sparty, man. So, DC, man, go ahead and drop the knowledge, man.
Yes, sir. So, as you know, we got a new head coach. He's coming from Oregon State. Jonathan Smith is the 2-time Pac-12 Coach of the Year. 2 times. Not one, but 2 times. Yes, he's going to be coming to Michigan State. He already landed here. Alan Holler, he cleaned house already. No more than the Scott Hazelton, this Jay Johnson coordinator, none of that. But Harlan Barnett is going to be still be part of that staff. Don't know what his role is going to be this upcoming next season. So definitely I'm excited about this hire, man. I believe they got the right guy. I know it's going to take some time to get the players and get the new coaching staff and stuff. So I know it's going to take time, but I'm very happy for this hire. I'm very, happy for a new culture change, man, for this football program. This is what they really needed.
All right. So let me ask you this, DC. What happened to Urban Meyer?
Fuck Urban Meyer. I didn't want his.
Hey, listen. Sparty was going crazy because they thought, hey, listen, they was tracking flights from Florida and everything. They said Urban Meyer's about to be the next head coach, man.
Man, I didn't want him, man. I didn't want his personality on here, man. I didn't want him. I don't care what he did with Florida. I don't care what he did with Ohio State, man. I didn't want that in their football program, bro. No.
Yeah, well, we gonna see, man. So the new hire over there, Michigan State, John Smith, not to be confused with John L. Smith.
Right.
Yeah.
Get the name right. Jonathan Smith.
Jonathan Smith over there at Michigan State University. Listen, I think we talked Michigan enough, man, because that's going to be the talk for the next couple of weeks. Because, like I said, they did take care of business against Ohio. But we got to listen. I know, fellas, it was a disappointing turkey day, but we got to talk about it for a second, man. I want y'all to compose yourselves, okay?
Can I use swear words?
Swear words? I don't know. We're going to take a quick break and then we're going to talk about it for a minute, man.
Wow. Black-owned shoe stores. Culture. My culture, though. Let's see what they talking about in here. What's up, little dog? You good? Y'all got something here for me? I'm talking about exclusive. They got all the dunks? How many dunks they got? Something like these. Y'all got a little vibe in here. They buying shoes, selling shoes. It feels like the culture. They dunking on people. Oh, they doing TikTok. They looking out for the kids. Oh, man, this is great, man. Oh, they got all different races working here. It just really feels like culture for real. You're looking for a black-owned shoe store to get some real drip at? Come up here to Culture Detroit, man. That's what the streets been missing. Welcome home, fam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Once again, that is the official sponsor of Dynasty Sports Network, Culture Detroit, located on Avenue of Fashion, 19327 Illinois. If you ever's in the area and want to go get some heat, and listen, they got a Black Friday sale still going on there, so if you want to go in and get you some heat, let them know Dynasty Sports Network sent you. They'll make sure they look out for you. Now, just like somebody bringing string bean casserole to the Thanksgiving Day thing, the Lions ruined everybody's turkey day by not taking care of business, losing to the Green Bay Packers. Now, wise man, do you need to go off, or you just gotta give your take on what the hell happened, bro?
You see, I didn't put that shit on today, man. Like, I can't with them, bro. Like, it's no way Green Bay down 12 starters, 12 players. We only down Jonah Jackson for real. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we got Bugs, we got Broderick Martin that was healthy scratches or what have you, whatever. I don't care about that. But they down 12 guys, man. Jahir Whitehead, they starting tailback, and they whoop our ass like that, bro. What are we doing? Like, Aaron Glenn is pissing me smooth the fuck off. And excuse my Swahili. He pissing me off, bro. You not getting home with Foe. Like, Foe just ain't cutting it. Send 5, send 6. Do something. You had Jordan Love sitting back there like he was the next coming of Favre or Aaron Rodgers 2.0. He was back there willing and dealing, doing whatever the hell he wanted to. Had all damn day long to do whatever the hell he wanted to. It was a bad showing, and for whatever reason, we were successful at running the ball against them. It's just like, we got in panic mode, and then we just started overly passing, and then Goff was just faking it up. What is that kid? Rashawn Gary just whooping Taylor Decker's ass all up and down the field.
That was the beginning of the Michigan Ohio State. That was the precursor.
Yeah, it was. And it seemed like Rashawn Gary took that shit personal, man.
Yeah,
he just like, look, I'm playing against Old State. I'm about to make a statement right here, right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what he did, man. He made Taylor Decker look like, all right, I don't mind if he go in the off season. He made him look that bad, bro. And
yeah,
it was bad, and it's shameful, and I got it, man. My guys, I got some Green Bay fans. They ain't tagging me on shit on Facebook. It ain't nothing I can say. I almost deleted my page, man. I'm so disgusted with Detroit right now. I don't know what to do.
Oh man, that's unfortunate. DC, man, what's your take?
it was embarrassing. It's an embarrassing loss. I mean, we look at it. Yeah, we just very fortunate that we took care of Chicago. Well, that 15-point comeback, and we could have lost that game. Turnovers, man. Jared Goff, the first 2 possessions of the game, you know, the fumbles, you know, you picked the wrong time to play this bad. You're 8-3, yeah, that's fine, but at the same time, you know, you should have beat a team like Green Bay that, like you said, that's missing 12. They're missing 12 players. They're missing 12 players. We were supposed to be able to take advantage of that, you know. And then the offensive line, they got bully rushed all game long. Bully rushed. That defensive line of Green Bay, I give them their credit. They outplayed us.
Man, they was getting
after
Dirty Glove
it.
said too. Dirty Glove Williams said, "Listen, even when we was blitzing, we wasn't getting home. What the hell are we doing on defense, man?"
Yeah. And this is exactly that Brad Holmes should have did what he did of addressing the pass rush. I don't listen. Why did we get what's the name from Seattle for? Did he even play?
No, sir. He's still inactive.
I mean,
he gotta get back. He gotta get back into game shape. He been out.
I mean,
for a minute,
I mean, come on, bro. Like, send the guy in there to rush 10 plays out the day. Like, you ain't got to be in that much shape to do that shit. Like, I'm sick of this Boy Scout mentality that we have here, man.
No, absolutely, man. It's unacceptable, man. And now you look at these upcoming schedules, which we thought it could be a favorable schedule. Now you got New Orleans coming up, and that's not an easy task to go into New Orleans. I know, Cash, you will be down there, so
yes, sir.
We're gonna talk about that
one, baby.
Yeah. So then you still got to play Minnesota twice. You still got to play Dallas. Now, the way how Denver's been playing lately, that's not going to be an easy task either because the way Denver has been playing. So they got, listen, Lions better get their shit together. Excuse my language. They better get their shit together.
Yeah, I want to say this in regards, to the Lions. They basically had 2 bad games in a row. And the main thing with this team is that they're still learning how to win. And that means not playing down to your competition. And that's what those last 2 games looked like to me. Dan Cameron said he didn't have his team prepared. And they looked at that way too, because they thought, Chicago was on the slide. They didn't know what the quarterback situation was going to look like, whether or not Justin Fields was going to return. And you can see in that game, they got off track on that. Then it came back with Green Bay. You heard about all the guys being out. The hype was there. Everybody believed we was just going to cakewalk through the team. And it wasn't prepared, in my opinion. So that's a lesson that needs to be, hammered home in regards to playing to your competition. Another thing is this. I know a lot of, the defense was taking a lot of heat. But to be honest with you, it's more of the offense take care of the ball. To me, is the issue that needs to be, because if you look at it, listen, neither one of them teams, even with all the turnovers that we had, the defense was kind of on a bend don't break time because they didn't give up a lot. As much as the defense has been getting blamed, the second half from both of those games, the defense didn't really give up too many points. They may have gave up some big plays or some yards, but they wasn't giving up points. But we wasn't putting in a better position was because of the turnovers. If we take care of the ball, in my opinion, we should be okay because the offense is getting the potential to be this dynamic thing. But we can't be that if we're fumbling, if we're getting turnovers that's turned into touchdowns, if we're going for it on 4th downs in our territory and not making it.
I didn't like that call at all. I'm like, if you're gonna go for it, just go for it. Like, to do that little gimmicky shit, and then you could see Reeves Maben, he was like super locked in, so he knew he was getting the ball. I spotted, I said, oh, they faking it. If I could see that shit on TV, somebody that's standing right there can see that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just have went for it, whatever the case may be, man. But at the end of the day, look, let's not let Ben Johnson off the hook either, man. He's called 2 shitty games.
I was just about to say that.
He called 2 shitty games back to back, man. And it's just like, bro, you got all this talent, and it's like you don't know what to do with it for real. You know what I'm saying? You still got J-Mo on his leash, unleashed dog. You see when he get the ball in his hands, it's always positive. You know what I'm saying? When he catches it, but when Goff gives him a catchable ball, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you got Jahmyr Gibbs, man. Get that kid to rock. Use your weapons, bro.
Use your weapons, and on top of that, please get J-Mo involved a little more.
So let me ask you, fellas, man.
Is this a sign of concern for you guys with this
No,
Lions?
I'm not concerned. I figure like I figure this team too locked in, man. Like I've been saying things. I watched Stephen A. Smith saying, "Oh, well, I'm concerned about the Lions." I'm saying Dan Orlovsky, "Oh, I'm concerned." I'm not concerned, man. This is just 2 bad games that they played. I feel like the team has been through enough last 2 years leading up until now. They've been through enough to know, like, hey, we know how to turn things around. We just got to get out our head and do what we got to do. So, no, I'm not worried. I'm not concerned. I feel like, we'll right the ship next week in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. And then, we'll keep rocking and rolling from there. But to say these last 2 games, and then we got 10 days off, so these last 2 games, they were disappointing for sure.
Now, I will say this, I've seen some people on social media have brought that up. We actually played 3 games in 11 days.
3 games in 11 days. That's tough, man. That's tough for anybody.
So
that's a lot of wear and tear on your body, man.
But the thing is this, though, I don't see that as an excuse when you're not taking care of the ball. That's the main thing for me. And I would say I'm not concerned because that just doesn't seem like something that we are used to in regards to turnover, being turnover prone. But it is definitely something that needs to be addressed and make sure. My thing is, as long as the Lions taking care of the ball, we should be in games and actually winning games. But if we're not well off defensively to be able to put our defense in a bad situation by turning the ball over. We know we got some weaknesses. We know there's an issue with us getting to the pass rush right now. So we got to keep our defense out of those types of situations to where they're looking better than what they really are.
Yeah.
So there is a little bit of concern for me, but it is something that is coachable. And that's the side of me because I do coaches. I know what coaches see, like this is fixable. We go through this in practice, we go through it in film. Those are fixable concerns that go on throughout the season. And then taking care of who's in front of you. Do not look at records anymore. It's about taking care of who's in front of you for sure. DC, what you think?
I definitely agree with both of y'all. The only way I would be concerned if they play like this against New Orleans and lose that game again. That's when I'll be really concerned. Like you said, you got to take care of the ball, man. You got to take care of, we had too many turnovers, the last 2 games against our divisional opponents. Our divisional opponent's going to play us tough. You know what you're going to get from them. Lions got this whole 10-day rest to regroup, go to New Orleans, a tough place to play, take care of business. Don't overlook New Orleans because they got something to play for. They're trying to play for their, get in, for their division. So you can't overlook that. Take care of business. I'm not concerned as of yet. Just like you said, Big Willie, it's coachable. Take care of the ball. Go out there, play smart football, win the game.
So let me ask you, fellas, this: knowing what needs to happen is what's you feel like that needs to be fixed going forward to be able to finish out this season strong? I'm gonna start with you, DC.
Turnovers, man. Turnovers and clean those turnovers up and address, I'm saying, hopefully some point they get some type of pass rush, saying to get to the opposing quarterbacks, man. Because that's 2 games in a row, especially Thanksgiving game, that we had Jordan Love looking like Patrick Mahomes out there, bro. Come on, man. It had him looking like Lamar Jackson when they beat us, and Lamar Jackson didn't beat us by running. So those things we just got to clean those up. We'll be fine.
Wise man, any fixes that you concerned with?
Same shit, man. We gotta clean up the turnovers. We gotta start getting our playmakers to football. Defense, you gotta figure it out. You can't just say, "Well, this is my defense and this is how we gonna run it." No, that shit ain't working. It's getting us killed every week. It's becoming more and more inevitable. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we know what we can do against the Lions. They ain't got no pass rush. So, I mean, I watched Hutch get triple teamed. So, if 3 motherfuckers hitting Hutch, what the rest of y'all doing up front? They could commit 3 people to 1 person and we still not getting home. Mm-hmm. My thing is this, like, how you call yourself a professional? How you still got a job?
There you
ain't
go.
Nobody else outside that's sitting on their couch that can go do a better job than what you got?
True.
I don't know, man. I just feel like a lot of shit need to change on defense. You know what I'm saying? Because again, that's been our Achilles heel as of late. and I don't want it to be like how it was last year, where our defense started off terrible, but then they finished the season strong. You know what I'm saying? What if this is opposite, where they start off strong and then they finish terrible? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because they did have a
flip flop.
Yeah, they did have some, some stress early on within this season when it comes to defense. Like I said, to me, it is something that's fixable. It comes down to coaching. It's come down to, at some point in time, these players got to be held accountable. In regards to getting there, like you say, Dan Cameron said, listen, we've got there before.
Yeah.
So what's stopping them now? And something either scheme wise or player wise that needs to be fixed over these next 10 days. Because like I said, we're coming to the meat of the matter of the schedule that we need to make sure that we're taking care of business of. But I do feel like it's fixable to where we can accomplish our goal, which is winning the division and get into the playoffs and try to make some noise in the playoffs. Once we get there, things may change, but as far as getting there, I think what needs to be fixed can get us there. And that's what we're just going to watch and see, man. And hopefully, like I said, I believe in this coaching staff that's going to get it done. Like I said, the whole hot seat, fire Aaron Glenn thing, that's emotional response after every game. And that's something that, as Lions fans, y'all got to get away from. It's like,
stop being weird fans, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's football. Shit happens. Like, you're not gonna win every game. The Lions was never going 14-3. They was never doing none of that. Stop being weird fans. Like, I hate some of these fair weather ass Lions fans, man. I'm the king of the walk off. G, motherfucker be talking. I be like, I look at him like this and I just walk off. Like, you stupid. Like, I can't talk to you.
And it's mind boggling to me because they tell you that they don't watch nothing but the Lions. Like, y'all don't watch no other NFL games and understand like this type of stuff happened to the best of them all year round. So this whole fire this, sell that talk, and they need to do something, but y'all don't know what to do to fix it. Y'all just screaming out something because you're emotional.
But then you got to realize too, we still right there. We still tied with the Ravens overall. We still tied with the 49ers overall. We still right there in the mix, bro.
Dallas.
Like, y'all relax, bro.
Dallas,
I
the Ravens.
Some of these Lions fans, bro.
All of the Chiefs. AFC. All of the AFC is 8-3 right now.
Yeah, like, come on.
But that's just the cause because Lions fans are not used to winning. And that's what it's showing. They're not used to winning, so they don't know how this stuff goes. It's going to be games like this that you're going to have to get coach and come back from. It's okay. Calm down with the emotional response.
It happens. I promise you it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah. It's okay. This is not the last season for the Lions. We're going to have another season and more to come. So please chill out on that, man. But anyway, like you said, we got 10 days now. Wise man, you will be making that trip down there, so I want you to let the people know what's going on. You're gonna have to make sure that you got to blog that whole experience.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing some show, man. I'm gonna be doing some vlogging down there. They're sending it back to the guys for approval because I'm Wise Man Cast, but I'm also a wild card, so I have to make sure everything is PG-13. We'll be traveling down there. We'll get there Friday. We'll be there till Monday. It's a lot going on. A lot of festivities, man. We got a black party with Manny Fresh. You know what I'm saying? Wow. That's gonna be DJing at home now, so that's gonna be live. But yeah, we got a big ultimate tailgate, man. But like, we got a block party that's on Bourbon Street. They allowed us to shut Bourbon Street down, so it's gonna be Lions fans galore through Bourbon Street, man. So it's gonna be a real good time. And like I said, we'll be going doing some vlogging, maybe doing some live videos, the whole nine. So just stay tuned for that.
So make sure you guys stay tuned. We all know all our social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, for all the experience of the going down there to travel to the Saints game coming up this Sunday. And hopefully we come out with a victory. And I'm pretty sure I feel that we will. On that note, man, listen, we did enough Lions talk. Listen, we got to talk briefly. And I do mean briefly because I'm not ready to indulge into this yet, but the Detroit Pistons, man.
Oh, that's enough right there. Close the segment.
Well, I got a lot to say.
We got a losing streak going on right now that is unbelievable, man. And I'm getting tired. I'm not yet ready to say it, but so DC, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Give your take for your Pistons, man. Go ahead, man. The floor is yours.
Pistons, man. At some point, the Detroit Pistons, man. At some point, man, this is the fourth year in this rebuild. The fourth year in this rebuild. We're 2-14. We're 2-14. A 13-game losing streak. Worst record in the NBA again. I'm saying this. Troy Weaver, either you do something or you're going to be on the hot seat, man. Because this is ridiculous.
Gonna be. He should already be.
Right. Absolutely. You're right. But the thing is, though, like, you know, I hear the talk, fire Monty Williams. No, leave Monty Williams alone. Monty Williams just got there. Okay.
Yeah, real quick, DC, I don't mean to cut you off, bro, but people got to understand, when you inherit shit, it take a while to clean it up, man. Like, you don't get rid of shit in 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a while to get rid of shit. Like, he has to clean up the shit, then he can get his guys in there, and then the Pistons will be okay. But we said this dating back to the beginning of the season, before the season even started, like, yeah, they're a great new team, right? But they're not there yet. They nowhere near there yet. We're starting to see that. So now it's fire this person, fire that person. Listen, it's a whole bunch of shit in there. You got to clean up the shit. Let them get the shit together. I ain't saying shit no more.
It's like, hey, y'all noticed that, and I just saw this the other day. Did you know the 4 years that this whole rebuild? You know the Pistons is 82-235.
Damn.
82 wins and 235 losses. That is 20 more losses than any that I believe was the Sacramento Kings or the Minnesota Timberwolves in that span.
Listen, I think I'd have been in about 80 of those losses.
It is so egregious,
man. It's remarkable. But I gotta ask, do you feel like this streak is going on? Can we call it a season? Is the season over already?
The way they, you know.
I say like in January they still on this weird shit. Then yeah. Because that's a tough climb, bro.
Yeah,
that's a tough climb. 2-14, that's a tough climb.
But it's not impossible. I hate to be cliche to be a game at a time, but I reserve that option to see when everyone is healthy. Now there's a couple of guys now waiting to see come back and bring it to his lineup. Shout out to Isaiah Living. Since he's been back, the game and the offense has been a little cleaner than what it used to be. So I'm waiting to see when these other guys come back healthy and how they could contribute. You know, especially the guys that's not healthy is the veteran guys. We need veteran guys to go along with these young guys that we got right now. So I'm gonna wait to that moment before I reserve my judgment. But I'm hoping they can get well soon because we need him. We need the bleeding to stop. Tomorrow we play the Washington Wizards. Ain't no damn way that the streak should end with us not beating Washington tomorrow. Ain't no way. Come on now. This is one that we need. We need this one tomorrow, fellas.
Man, the 13-game losing streak. I don't put nothing past these jokers, bro. They gotta. You know, it's a term that we use in sport, man. You gotta grab your nuts, G. Like, you know, at some point you gotta be like, I'm gonna be the hammer, not the nail. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a professional athlete. I play basketball, bro. Like, it's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, get your shit together, dog. Like,
yeah. And you right quick too. You look at some of these other younger teams. Look at OKC. How they was in the same. You know, started off the rebuild with with the Pistons, and look what they turned around. They turned around. They having a good season.
Look at
Orlando Magic's another team. Look at the Indiana Pacers.
There we go. Houston
went to go get some veterans. They went to go get some veterans. And got a coach, and they're winning games. This Pistons team. You know, they, like you said, we got to see. We get our veterans back and see if they be healthy.
They need to have a locker room fight, man. Skip all this kumbaya, man. They need a locker room fight. Listen, all the dogs. Whoever's a dog will come out that thing.
Hey, Wise, man. They need to have one of those team only meetings, player only meetings.
Randy know what that is. Hey, we know what that is.
They need the bad boys in that. They need the bad boys in that locker room, bro. They need Isaiah Thomas. They need Sally. They need somebody in that locker room to talk to them guys. Like, this is ridiculous, man.
Our Coley Cardinal team, man. When something bad was about to happen, that get to going. Just know your head got to be on that swivel. Somebody ain't right. Somebody gonna leave leaking, dog.
Listen, hey, Wise man, we had our Turkey Bowl Friday. You know, that was the topic of some conversations too, man.
Oh yeah, the team meetings.
Yeah, team meetings, of course, for sure. But hey, listen, sometimes you got to get down, man, to get over.
Yes, sir.
And that's what I agree with you guys. I think the Pistons need to go and do that. But hopefully, listen, I'm still rooting for these guys. I got to, man, because like I said, I got season tickets, man. I just can't keep going down there and they losing now. I don't mind going down there and getting a little tipsy, but at least I want to have a victory with my tipsy. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
No doubt at all. Listen, fellas, we had another great show today, y'all.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad to be back, man.
The boys are back in town.
Yes, sir. And I'm just like, as in the words of my brother Wiseman Cassidy, I am very happy to be here.
I'm very happy.
Because, like I said, we got that victory, man. So I just want to go and get some final thoughts. DC, go ahead, man. Give us your final thoughts for the night, bro.
Hey man, listen, man. Congratulations to the Michigan, man. Pulled out with the great victory against Ohio State. Fuck eyes. You know, said y'all well deserved. Y'all should go ahead and take care of business against Iowa. Iowa can't score, so y'all should be able to dominate them. You know, with no problems. Y'all be in the college football playoff. Yeah. So Michigan State, congratulations. Got a new head coach. You know, definitely looking forward for a new journey. It's going to take some process, man. So definitely stay tuned to that, man. So Lions, take care of business. Quit turning the football over. Mm-hmm. And, you know, let's get the W in New Orleans, man. I don't care how tough it is in New Orleans. Get the W. Let's go 9-3. I don't want to hear 8-4. I want 9-3. Pistons, if we lose to Washington, I don't even know if I want to watch another Pistons game. If we lose to Washington. But all seriousness, man. Pistons, they just I don't know what to say I don't know what to say right now, man. That's my final thoughts, man.
Final thoughts. All right, Wise man. Go ahead, brother.
Final thoughts, man. I'm looking forward to this New Orleans ride. Listen, if you see me down there, say what up. I'm a super cool dude. All that jazz. Let's take some pictures. Let's talk it up. Let's do all that jazz, man. Listen, excited about the Lions game. I really feel like, you know, that's going to be our turning point of the season where we're going to be like, all right, you know what? We got some rest. We done got all the bullshit out the way. Let's go ahead and start playing football again. So I really feel like the Lions should come out with that game. Of course, we got some help, too, because Olave went down. You know, you never, bank on the guy, going down or what have you. But they're going to be missing some guys. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right back on track. You know, Michigan, I'm not worried about that. We should be the Iowa flying colors. I expect our starters to be sitting second half to get ready for this playoff push. Pistons, man. So, yeah, that's it.
Final thoughts from Big Willie Styles. I ain't got much to say, but it's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine.
Yeah.
Hell to the victors. Yeah. Beat Ohio. Fuck crying Ryan Day. Fuck Paul Finnenbaum. Fuck Pete Thamel and his low down, scroungy ass, and fuck anybody else that doubted us, that thought we were some cheaters out there that we think we couldn't beat nobody, but we did. Sorry for the
3 big games without our head coach.
3 big games. That means 3 what? Back to back. Big Ten East champions, about to be back to back Big Ten champions come next Saturday. And you know we gonna act the fool when that happens too. So shout out to that, because we're definitely gonna do a pregame show next Saturday, fellas. So be aware on that pregame next Saturday for the Big Ten championship game. I'm pretty sure King and Big A will be a part of that as well. So look forward to that next Saturday, man. But with that being said, listen, please take care of yourselves, take care of your families. Dynasty Sports Network, we out.